This is the Madden Championship Series brought to you by USAA, an official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL. USAA, proud to serve the military and their families. And we join you from USAA Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
Their own 22-yard line.
Okay, ready? Let's go. Go, Jack. Coach Cougar 19.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down and 8. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. 19, try, go.
Again, it's Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point
in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. In motion right is Addison. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jersey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
And the Raider first down.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Smith here, an audible at the line.
Hey, trio left. Hold.
Throwing now is Gino. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
13 next, 13 next.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. Grab goal 80.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing is McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now McCarthy. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Smith. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Gino now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Middle. Check 50 up. Another look. There we go.
Now Gino. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Sunday.
On first down, it's Genty. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, here's Smith. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
At the 11-yard line.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. inside give to Jones. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Hey, here we go. 13 next. Look, Jackson up, Jackson up. 13 next, 13.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, 48 yards. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
The score, Raiders 6, Vikings nothing.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On play action, McCarthy. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Genty will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up.
Gino's going to throw. And this will be caught. This time the 2-point conversion works, and it's 14-0. 14.
Vikings nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Minnesota.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run wide side with Jones. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Going for it, here's McCarthy. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready! Ready to 13X, 13X. Hold on. Line.
Now Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Raiders.
Again, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
13X.
Smith. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Smith. And incomplete on a deep ball. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's McCarthy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Returnable for Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Hey, we go.
The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Smith. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Gino going to hand it to Ginty. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Up the middle, Jones. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The give is to Jones. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. To the air with McCarthy. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. He lets one go deep for Addison. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 51 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Vikings 7. Will Weichert to kick off for the Vikings.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Right. 53. Slow ball. Hey, it's a clip.
Throwing now is Geno. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, 69 yards. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing is McCarthy. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Goes to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Throwing again, McCarthy. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back to throw. McCarthy. And the Raiders have got him. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The offense on third down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be third and forever. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two.
The Raiders will line up.
They'll try and run it here. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Back to throw. McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Here's 3rd and 5.
A gain of 16 on the play. But it's 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now, Smith. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point, and the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Pass complete right side to Bowers. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
And that's caught at the 2. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Vikings 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On play action, now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And the Vikings first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He'll find Jones again, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.